Hello and welcome to Christian Weather Broadcasting. Today we're going to be doing a quick forecast on Tropical Storm Nicole. Still a tropical storm, 70-mile-an-hour wind, 96 millibar, moving at 13 miles an hour, so it is moving a few miles faster. The pressure is a little higher, but I do think we are going to see some intensification. As you can see from the last time we looked at its storm, it wasn't looking too good. Now we have some nice convection in it, so it's definitely looking more defined as far as satellite imagery goes. So we are seeing a better looking storm with more convection. So that could mean, that probably does mean intensification. So let's go into these key messages. Read these, very important. Pause the video on those and read those. Take a look at this. Our wind field on this thing is absolutely gigantic. You can see the wind field's almost Windfield's in Georgia, and it goes down almost all the way to the Bahamas. So we have a just giant storm here. It's going to be making landfall as a hurricane, I think. We'll see probably 75 to 80 peak wind, since it's not strengthening extremely fast, so I'd expect 75 miles an hour probably on landfall, maybe 80 mile an hour on landfall. It'll be making landfall, and then it'll weaken into a tropical storm, and it'll move on into the other side of the Gulf as a tropical storm, moving up into Georgia as a tropical storm, and then continue on its track all the way up to almost Pennsylvania, surprisingly. So I would expect, as far as conditions for other states go, other than Florida, most of Florida is probably going to experience some level of effects. You can see now we have tropical storm warnings on the Gulf side of Florida. I would also expect tropical storm conditions to extend into Georgia and South Carolina due to the immense size of this storm. And also for the Bahamas, as the National Hurricane Center said, expect storm surge and, of course, wind. So be ready if you're in the Bahamas for this storm, and get to a safe place if you haven't already. Alrighty, let's move on to the wind speed probabilities. For North Florida, these have decreased, but as you can see in South Florida, about a 90% chance where we'll see the landfall of the storm. So very high chance we'll be seeing those tropical storm force winds. Flash flooding potential is at a slight risk, extending from Miami all the way up to around Augusta, Georgia. And there's also a slight chance from Chattanooga all the way up to Buddington. Let's go over one peak surge, 3 to 5 feet. So, also, conditions haven't changed too much. As you can see, still neutral for wind shear in the area where this storm is. So, it's still in an area where there's decent water temperature. So, we can expect some gradual strengthening of it. Do expect hurricane and get prepared for a hurricane. Thank you for watching. This has been Christian Weather Broadcasting.